Welcome to Bridge Kids! Woohoo! You've grown. What have we got on today? What we're learning about? Daniel. Today we start our new theme of looking at Daniel. Also, what else have we got? We've got a parent versus child challenge, and today we're in it for a treat because we have got Stuart Melia and Ronnie Melia. Who do you think is going to win? Ronnie. I think Stuart. So we're going to keep on doing parent and challenge competitions. We want you to send them in and let's see who's better, parents or children. Who do you think is better? Children? No.
This is our 3 dry cracker challenge. First one finished, 3, no water. On your marks, get set, go. I need a drink. Get dog bowl down there, get water from dog bowl. One. Look at your mess. Mark, go on. Go on. You can hear you up after this. Put this one break off, right? Oh, that was a bit. Two down. Up. I'm not showing my mouth. Winger. Number 1. Number 2. Loser.
Well done, Stuart.
Thank you very
so
much.
That means it is 1-0 to the parents. Next up, we have got a really special encouragement from Helena with a little bit of a difference. So listen up and enjoy.
Hello, Bridge Kids. Today I wanted to tell you a story about a man in the Bible called Daniel. Daniel got taken from where he lived and taken to a place called Babylon, where he had to serve a king. Daniel found himself in a completely different place, having to serve a king. Now, this king tried to change a lot about Daniel. They told him that they might have to start eating different foods. They might have to drink different things. They might even have to wear different clothes. And the biggest thing that they tried to change about Daniel was that they changed his name. He was called Daniel, but they tried to change it to Belshazzar. Belshazzar. Not Daniel anymore. But guess what happened? And this is who Daniel was. Daniel knew that he had his God always, and that no matter what they did to change him, he always was Daniel, and he knew his God. So Daniel didn't eat anything, didn't wear any of the same things, and he threw it all away. Goodbye. He knew that he was Daniel. Because guess what Daniel always did? He always went and prayed to his God. He went on his hands and his knees and he prayed to God. If he can stand up, hey. He prayed to God always. Because Daniel knew who he was, because he knew God. He knew that God had made him. He knew that God had called him, and he spoke to God all the time. And we can be like that too. We can find out more about ourselves when we speak to God. And we can find our identity, who we are, always in God. It didn't matter how hard the king tried to change Daniel, because Daniel knew that he was Daniel and he knew God, and nothing was going to change that. Because, let me just move the king out of the way. I've got something else to show you. I want you to imagine that this is a tree, okay? Because I think that Daniel here was rooted, okay? Let's move these. I think that Daniel was always rooted in God. You see, when we have a tree and when we have these flowers here, they have roots that go deep, deep, deep down into the soil, really, really strong. And that is how our tree and our flowers stay nice and tall. Because when the wind and the waves come and they try to knock the tree and move it from side to side, it means that it stays nice and strong because it is rooted in God. And that is just like what Daniel did. He was rooted in God. So no matter how hard our king tried, he never swayed or anything, just like our tree, because he was rooted in God. He knew who he was in God. And that can be like us too, Bridge Kids. Let's try and be rooted in our God, just like Daniel was. Because when we are rooted, we know who we are. We know that we have a God who loves us, who made you, who knows every hair on your head. And we know that when we are rooted, we know who we are. And we know that anything that tries to come our way, that we won't be shaken because we are rooted in God. And that is my really quick story for you today of Daniel.
How amazing was that from Helena? What did we learn about?
Rooted in God.
Being rooted in God. Yep, how brilliant is that? For this week, our challenges carry on from last week, in which we want you to design a picture on what you think Daniel looks like. What colour hair do you think Daniel had?
Brown.
Brown? Do you think he had brown hair? Maybe. Design a Daniel and send it in to us. And also remember to send us a parent versus child challenge. Okay, that is it from us. We're going to say big bye, aren't we? 1, 2, 3.
Bye.
Bye, Bridge Kids.